In this question, we need to find two missing variables. Let's start by just looking at the two angles that both have x. This angle right here has an x, and this angle right here has an x. Now, if I compare these two angles, there's a couple things that I noticed. First thing I noticed is that these angles are corresponding angles. Right? One's interior, one's exterior. They're on the same side of the transversal, so they're corresponding. Corresponding angles are congruent, so they're equal to each other. If you don't remember this part, you can still look at it and recognize that this is an obtuse angle and this is an obtuse angle, right? And these two obtuse angles are going to be equal to each other, right? Because we only have two choices. 7x minus 30 equals 5x plus 14. Now that I have this, I'm going to work on my algebra, right? I'm going to find x. I'm going to start by solving for x by getting rid of this 5x on the right-hand side. I don't want an x on both sides of the equation. 7x minus 5x is 2x. We have a minus 30. We have an equal sign. And we have a 14. 5x minus 5x is gone. Now I'm going to add 30 to both sides. We get 2x. We have an equal sign, right? That's gone. 30 plus 14 is 44. Divide both sides by 2. We get x equals 22. Now we need to find y. Now, if I go back up here to this original diagram, notice that the angle that has the y is an acute angle. Notice together with this one, it makes, right, these angles right next to each other are a linear pair. This linear pair of angles would be supplementary. That means I can add these two together to equal 180. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. I've got the 7x minus 30, and then I've got the 3y plus 11, and together, add, they equal 180. I know that you don't want to have an x and a y, which means this x that we found over here can be placed inside of there. X is 22. I can put that right there. 7 times 22, and I need to grab my calculator. Can't do 7 times 22 in my head. Maybe you can, but I can't. 7 times 22 is 154. Minus 30 plus 3y plus 11 equals 180. And then we're going to combine our like terms because we've got so many terms on this side and 3 of them are alike. 3 of them do not have a variable, so I'm going to combine those. So I'm going to do the 154 plus a negative 30, and then I'm going to add 11, and I get 135. So on the left-hand side of this, if I combine these 3 numbers, I get 3y, and it was plus 135 equals 180. Now I can subtract 135 from both sides. So 180 minus 135 is 45. So I get 3y equals 45. Divide by 3, I think that's going to be 15. And there you go. That's how you do this question.